Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to make a video just to show off the acrylic aura effects that I've been selling on Instagram. So I've posted a kind of reveal trailer on the YouTube, but I figured I'd actually just do a video to showcase them a little bit better. But here we have just two sample auras here today. One big point is just these are, as I said, samples. They were sold in the first batch, just to kind of get general feedback and stuff like that. Since then, the designs have been tweaked. I have so in the pre-orders that are going right now, I have a new Ultra Instinct and a new Super Saiyan Blue aura that are more accurate to the anime. Now I have had requests to bring back this aura here, which is more styled towards the Dragon Ball Fighters game. So I will be bringing those back in the next pre-orders. So I'll bring back an entire Fighters line of auras. But for now, in this video, just to show you guys what they're like, I have these two right here. These aren't like I'm not gonna take credit for this idea. It's not a brand new idea that's never been done before. I believe, if I'm getting the username right, it's Star Lord Rocks. He has done a lot of auras before. He was very popular, and he done them at a great price as well. I think it was about 10 bucks for an aura. You know, they were fantastic. Now, unfortunately, he stopped making them, and another person that was making them before as well, I believe, was Pancheezy. His were slightly different because they were hand painted, I believe. The point is, I wanted to come in and I wanted to give these another shot and change a few things about them. But the biggest thing I wanted to do was I wanted to just keep doing them and have a huge variety for them. So if you looked on my Instagram page, you'll see that I have a ton of designs, all for different scenarios or different characters. I think I have over 40 Dragon Ball designs alone, and that's not even close to the end of it. Experimenting with a lot of new designs that are going up in the next batch of pre-orders. I'm going to go ahead and show you these auras on their own. So I'm just going to take these figures away for now. One thing I wanted to do was I wanted to make these out of acrylic. I wanted these out of acrylic. Star-Lord Rocks, he did a great job with his auras. But the thing is, I believe they were just printed on laminated sheets of plastic, which is fine. You know, it's great for keeping the cost down. It's great for keeping the price down. And it takes up very little space as well, actually. But I do think that they're going to be less durable. Now, obviously, nobody's going to be grabbing their auras and throwing them about all over the place. But I think in terms of general longevity and size, I think once these auras start getting bigger, I don't think a thin sheet of plastic is going to cut it. So I wanted to do acrylic, right? This is a very durable material. It's printed on 2 sheets of acrylic. Technically, you can see in the middle there. So the printing's on the inside, encased by acrylic on both sides. So it's going to be very durable. You know, you can scratch this. The acrylic will get scratched on the outside, but the design, the actual print, will definitely not get scratched, right? And they're still very vibrant, they're very stable, very sturdy. So that's why I want them to be made out of acrylic. In that aspect, it's very similar to Pancheezy's auras. He made them out of acrylic, but the thing with Pancheezy's auras were they looked amazing as well, but I believe they were painted, so they had to be painted on the outside of the acrylic. And that would mean, if any accidents happen, if the aura fell off a shelf or something like that, took a dive, it would have it could have scratched the design out the outside. But this way, it wouldn't happen with these, right? So that's the two big sort of things I wanted to address with my auras. Now, I will say these are more expensive than the 2 offerings I mentioned before. I'm pretty sure. I think they might be on a similar price to Pancheezy's, but they're definitely more expensive than Star-Lord Rocks ones. Now listen, for what I wanted to achieve, that's the price point I have. I'm not making a huge profit on each of these auras because I want as many collectors to be able to get their hands on these as possible. If you have a look at my Instagram, you'll see that I'm based in Ireland. I'm shipping these from Ireland. So the shipping cost is already a lot, right? So I want to keep the price down on the products just to make them a little bit more accessible, right? So the way these auras you're gonna receive them, they're gonna come in 2 separate pieces. These will have a plastic film that a lot of people will be familiar with in terms of acrylic plastic. Whenever you cut acrylic, you always have to protect the film. You peel off on both sides, so that you're gonna have that for the aura and the stand, right? And basically you take those off, and the aura literally just slots on like so, and that's it, right? So very easy to put together. Now, one advantage to that, in my opinion, is you get the Tamashi effects, right? So these are the official, well, this is official anyway. Tamashi aura effects, you know, they're nicely colored, nicely sculpted and everything, right? But when you want to put them away for storage, they're a very odd shape. So just look at the base on its own there. It's a very odd shape, and it takes up a lot more space. So even if I was just to stack two of these on top of each other, you can already see how much space it's going to start taking, right? As opposed to these, if you take these acrylic auras apart, so I mean, it kind of speaks for itself there. You can see just how much less space it takes up on when put in display. So you can rotate these out a lot more often and not have to worry about taking up as much space. Now, another big thing is these Tamashi effects. They're really cool. They're really nicely sculpted, and I like the material on them as well. They're slightly pliable. But the problem is that they basically only have two designs. They have this design and the new one that came with the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. That's an event exclusive. Other than that, they don't have any other different shapes. So basically every single aura you're going to get looks the exact same, just in different colors. That's obviously not the case with me. I have different designs that are accurate to what the form actually looks like. And on top of that, these are reversible designs because of the nature of how they're made. You can just flip these and you'll get a slightly different design, right? So what I mean by this is, if you had two figures on a shelf and you gave them the Tamashi aura, other than the color, the actual, like the way the spikes are and everything, they're gonna look the exact same, right? And not to mention that there's only one size of these involved. With these, if you had two of these, right, two Ultra Instinct auras, and you had them side by side on a shelf, all you have to do is have one like this, and then the other one, you just flip it. And then they're not going to look the exact same on the shelf, right? So they're not going to look like just carbon copies of each other. So there's that. These all obviously all have different sizes as well. A lot of auras will have different size options, so they actually fit, you know, the height of the characters instead of being a one-size-fits-all type deal. Now, obviously, in this case, I know the Ultra Instinct is too small, but I've already fixed that in this pre-order batch. So you can go ahead and get yourself an Ultra Instinct aura that's the same height as this blue aura here. But yeah, that's the main points I wanted to cover with these. The big thing, like I said already, variety, right? I'm not going to stop at just Dragon Ball. I'm already working on One Piece designs. Next is Demon Slayer, Naruto, all sorts of anime figures, all sorts of, you know, I'm just gonna keep branching out with the designs, right? I already have a kind of sample Demon Slayer one that I'm selling in this batch of pre-orders. This is a constant flux effect for Tanjiro's water breathing, but there's going to be so many more coming, all right? And I'm always taking in suggestions from my customers, from people who support me. I'm constantly trying to see how I can improve the designs and what I can do next. So if you're interested in these in any sort of way, go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram. That's where I'm selling these. I am gonna try branch out and find other ways to sell them later on, just so it's even more accessible to people. But for now, if you want to, you know, follow the progress and try make an order yourself, please head over to my Instagram. As of the recording of this video, pre-orders are open for 6 more days, I believe. So if you want to get an order in before the next batch of pre-orders open, make an order for them and I'll get back to you. Thank you for everybody who's made an order so far. Thank you to everybody who has DM'd me to give me suggestions or just to say what they like about these. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to communicate with you guys as much as possible. I know I'm one person doing this. I'm not a third-party company or anything like that, but I want to be as transparent as I can. And the last thing I want to do to you guys is tell you that something is coming in a month and you know, ends up getting delayed to 3 months. You know what I mean? So I want to be as transparent as I can. So guys, I'm working as hard as I can to deliver these to you. So please just be patient, but I hope you look forward to what's coming, because there's a lot coming in the future. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you next time.